Hello everyone, I'm Marty Owings and this is your Capitol Update for May 21st, 2013. An almost eerie silence has fallen over the Capitol here as lawmakers have all gone home after ending the legislative session. Before they left for some much needed rest though, there was a rush of bills passed. A tax bill was passed that would raise between $1.8 and $2.1 billion. While new taxes on alcohol were dropped from the bill, cigarette smokers will have to fork over about $1.60 more a pack. Businesses would be asked to pay some more new sales tax on warehousing and storage, not including mini storage, also on electronics and commercial equipment repair, and by repealing the current sales tax on exemptions on telecommunications equipment purchases. Businesses would be asked to pay some new sales taxes on warehousing and storage, electronic and commercial equipment repair, and of course by repealing the current sales tax exemption on telecommunications equipment purchases. However, beginning in 2014, businesses would benefit from an exemption for sales tax on capital equipment purchases. Also, the tax increases for the top 2% of wealthiest Minnesotans would be in effect from this tax law. Property tax relief could come in several forms to homeowners by funding some increases to local government aid and adding a homestead credit. Lawmakers hope that would translate into lower property taxes across the board. The apparent shortfall in electronic pull tab revenue targeted to pay for the state's portion of the Viking Stadium caused the governor to propose using general fund money, most of which will come from the cigarette tax. Of course, same-sex marriage became law this session in the state after being signed into law by the Governor Dayton, who called the measure historic. Minnesota joins 11 other states who have legalized gay marriage. A measure to allow for unionization for personal care assistants and daycare providers passed, but not before slowing work on the state budget in the final days of the session. The controversial law was fought heavily by Republicans, but they were unable to garner enough support to stop it in the end. And finally tonight, we end our third season broadcasting live from the Capitol on mncapitalnews.com. And I'd like to take a moment to thank everyone who's tuned in to get a balanced alternative view of politics up here at the Capitol. A special thank you to our producer, Catherine Laudenslager, and our media producer, Cliff Dahlberg, who have been immeasurably helpful during this session. Also, a big thank you to our partners at KFAI Radio, News Director Dale Connolly and host Michael Fishbein and Flora Fry for their work. For more on these and other stories, don't forget to follow us on Twitter at MNCapNews and on Facebook at Minnesota Capitol Conversations. For political news and analysis from the Capitol, tune in every Wednesday at 7:30 a.m. during the session to KFAI's Morning Blend 90.3 on the FM dial. And again, check us out at mncapitalnews.com. Until next session, I'm Marty Owings. Thank you for watching.